up, you guys? It's your girl Melissa Renee with BellaMinded.com, and I'm coming today. I haven't been here in so long. So how's everybody? How y'all feeling? It's a lot going on, right? Breathe, okay? Breathe. If you need some understanding with that, you can go to my website, BellaMinded.com, and you can check out some of my I Can Breathe articles that I wrote that just helps with, breathing and how breathing can definitely be instrumental in your everyday life. But that's not what I'm here about today. Today, I have a note to self about how I don't think I'm doing enough. How many people out there think or feel, I should say rather, that you're just not doing enough? Like, it doesn't matter how much you do, it's just never enough. How much you give to people, it's just never enough. How many of y'all feel that way? Am I the only one? So, here's the thing. Here's the secret to that. Come a little closer. You know why you don't feel like you're never enough or you're never doing enough? Because it's you. It is you, it is you, it is you. I had to come to that harsh reality and a truthful reality. As much as we like to feel like we're never doing enough, and we like to say, oh, this person wants so much from me, I feel like I'm being pulled in so many different directions. It's not actually the people around you who makes you feel that way. It's actually you. You make yourself feel like you're not doing enough. That's why you continue to do more and more and more and just overwhelm yourself, put all of this stuff on your shoulders because you feel like at the end of the day, you, simply being you is not enough. And you are enough. And that's what I had to realize. I am enough. Sometimes we let our insecurities, that little broken inner child creep up and just kind of fill our heads up with a whole lot of things. And one thing that I can say for sure, that me not feeling enough stems directly to me in my insecurities and my inner child of, feeling like I wasn't good enough for this, I wasn't cool enough for these people, all kind of stuff, and it was never because someone said, oh, you're dumb. It was never because someone said you're not cool. It was never because someone said you're not smart. It was just simply my own inadequacies that I felt that did that made me feel that way, And I had to think about certain things, like even as a child when I was in school doing my schoolwork at one point in time, like I would sit there and be so frustrated if I couldn't get an answer right, or if I couldn't get the answer, I would be frustrated sitting up all night. Not my mom, but me. And that just goes to tell that I felt like I had to prove something. And in reality, it wasn't anyone that I had to prove anything to outside of who I was. It was simply just me. And maybe looking at other students who were making straight A's or the principal's honor roll and seeing the admiration and the praise they got. And maybe in that sense, I'm like, well, I want to feel praised. I want to, I want to be admired that way. So I tried to, live up to those expectations because that's what I wanted in turn. And in reality, what I wanted was some outside validation. I wanted people outside of who I was to tell me how great I was, to tell me how amazing I was, to tell me how loved I was. Like, this is what I wanted. And what I come to realize in my adult life right now is that it's never going to be enough to get that outside love, admiration, praise from other people, because you're going to constantly need more, because it's not self-filling. It's going to eventually fizzle out, and then you're going to have to grasp for that outside validation even more from other people. So I realized that I had to start with myself. I had to be self-filled. I had to tell myself how amazing I was. I had to tell myself how smart I was. I had to tell myself how cool I was, how laid back I was, how funny I was, how energetic I was, how crazy I am, in a good way. And I'm a Pisces, so at the end of the day, not feeling enough is a direct reflection of your own feelings with yourself. And if you're self-full and full with the confidence and the love for yourself, from yourself, and no one outside of you can fill you up. No one can. Only you can. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you don't ever sometimes like to hear the admiration of other people, just to kind of gauge you and give you a measure of, your progress and where you're going. But, I won't say you need it, because if I say you need it, if there will be times in your life where you can go a lengthy period of time and don't ever hear it. So if I say you need to hear that, then you're going to be dependent on hearing those outside validations to give you the motivation to continue and keep going. And the honest truth about it is you don't need it. Is it great to hear sometimes? Absolutely. Do you need it? No, because you can't guarantee when you're going to hear it and who you're going to hear it from and the length of time period in between the next time you hear it. So if you just kind of lean into yourself and you tell yourself this, I read, I can't think where I read it at, but I will definitely link it there, write it below in the description. I read somewhere when they said, when you start to feel like you're not enough and you're not doing things, to the potential you feel like you can do them, that's when you step in. That's when you step in and you talk to yourself. You give yourself those encouraging words. When you start to doubt yourself, you ask yourself the necessary questions like, why are you doubting yourself? What's going on with you that you feel like you can't accomplish this, or that you're not adequate or capable of this, or you don't have the abilities for this? Why do you feel like that? Once you unpack that question and you get to the root of it, then you can dismantle that. You can dismantle those negative thoughts and you can say, listen, you are bright. Maybe you don't apply yourself like you should, but you're bright. If you do B, C, or X, Y, Z, you can definitely do this. You can definitely be this, You might have to ask yourself some hard questions. Is this something you really want? Maybe it's not the fact that you don't have the ability to do it. Maybe you're not digging deep enough to realize I really don't want to do this. This is not something I love and want to do. And when you unpack that, then you can take away feeling like I don't have the capabilities. It's not that I don't have the capabilities. It's just that I don't have the desire. I don't have the passion behind this. So maybe the outcome would be a little different if I was passionate about what I was doing. So you don't then put yourself to feel like you're a failure or you're inadequate or you just can't get it. You can't get right. You see, I definitely wrote a full article about this. I go in more depth about what I struggle with, and it may be very helpful to you. I'm trying to be a little bit more transparent and really kind of give a perspective of the things that we probably go through. And some people might not feel comfortable enough to putting it out there, so I'm going to put it out there just to be an instrument and a tool and a resource to help whoever feels the same way I feel, and the things that I had to grasp and understand so that I could move forward and I can heal and I can function and I can walk and live in my purpose. So I definitely would appreciate you if y'all would go, click that link in the description, read that full article, share it, share this. If you like, press the thumbs up button if it hit home for you. And yes, I'll check y'all out on the next time, on the next tip. And y'all have a good one. Love y'all. Stay healed or keep healing. Spread love and peace.